The Israeli military committed a modern-day massacre in broad daylight in the Palestinian city of Nablus, killing 11 Palestinians, including a 72-year-old elderly man and a 16-year-old child, and injuring over 100. But if you were following Western media, you would have no idea that such an atrocious act was committed yesterday. According to the BBC, what happened were simply clashes, as if this violence was between two equal sides. On the one hand, you have one of the most powerful militaries in the world, and on the other hand, you have Palestinian civilians under a brutal occupation, practicing their right to defend themselves. The New York Times described it as an hours-long gunfight that randomly broke out between Israeli soldiers and Palestinian gunmen, not mentioning that this was a planned military operation to terrorize Palestinians, with instructions to shoot and kill anyone that was moving. According to CNN's headline, 11 Palestinians were killed, using the passive voice to disassociate Israeli terrorist soldiers from the heinous crime that they committed. These headlines take away from the terror that Palestinians feel on a daily basis, living under a brutal occupation. They didn't mention that school children were trapped in their schools listening to the sounds of rockets and gunfire and drones, praying that their father and brother would be alive when they got out. They didn't mention that the Israeli armored vehicles blocked off entrances and prevented ambulances from reaching the civilian bodies that were bleeding out on the ground. They don't mention these details, and so it is so important that we reclaim the narrative and tell the truth and share it to the world. We need to stop the massacre and the ethnic cleansing that is happening to Palestinians, and that will continue to happen if we don't take action. Free Palestine.